Let's talk about extroverts and introverts and performing in drag.
Yeah, absolutely.
Move over, Mole. Oh my God, she's hogging the entire bench. We're really in a mood now. No, I'm just getting.
Yeah, this is fabulous.
I had to break character to get into my mood.
Do we get into your mood? Do you need a bobby pin?
Oh, look at that.
Actually, it's folded perfect.
They look like real boobs.
They are.
Oh, that's lovely. Yeah. Okay, just give me a second.
Are we recording?
Yes, but I don't cope if my hair keeps falling.
Yeah, let's get you a bobby pin. Where's your bobby pins?
I think we just want. Just give me a moment.
Actually, I got some in my suitcase.
No,
I got it right here.
No.
Stop, I got it. Done. I got an industrial one right here. Here you go.
Done. It'll distract me and really fucking piss me off. Alright, there we go. Okay.
Can you see that though? You can see that.
I don't care. The US girls are wearing it. It's all the rage, girls.
It's all the rage.
It's a done thing.
I think
no, I'm not coping with that because it's done away with my squirrel. I need that. Oh, yes.
There you go. There.
Oh, yes. Ow.
That's perfect.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah. How,
Okay.
What we're like as boys compared to what we're like as girls.
What?
What we're like as boys compared to what we're like as girls.
Oh, I thought we were going to talk about extroverts and introverts.
That's what I mean. Because
okay.
we're introverts as boys.
Are you? I would never. No, in all seriousness.
Really?
Welcome back, viewers. Welcome to another episode of.
Welcome back to
Two
our
Old Moles.
affected.
Two slightly affected old moles. But we want to continue our theme on breaking down all the what
barriers.
may or may not be perceived as a drag queen who goes out hither thither and performs. So we want to talk about extroverts and introverts and how that plays out in performing as a drag queen. So
Yeah.
Anita, you were just saying something really interesting about herself.
So a lot of people, because I'm a bit crazy and a bit full on.
A bit.
But yeah.
Oh.
Just a little bit. But
Oh,
yeah.
I've said a lot.
So a lot of people think that I'm an extrovert, but I'm actually quite an introvert. I don't like talking to people at all. I find it really hard. And
I did not.
yep. And my job is to talk to people. That's what I do.
We're best of bitches, as I've
Yeah.
said. Sorry, people, I've got a hair. I really don't cope with hairs. It's coming down.
You've got it on your back.
Yeah. She's reached a whole new level of
Well, a
bitchiness.
whole new level.
No,
I can't believe you didn't know that.
No.
Yeah, no. If I don't know somebody, I'm the shyest person in the world. Everyone thinks I'm awful and I'm snobby. I'm really, really shy. I don't like talking to people at all.
But that's my
Yeah.
line, darling. You've stolen my whole line. Because when you're perceived as one thing and you come across as very shy or introverted or reserved, the comments that often come back to you are that, well, what a bitch.
Everyone thinks you're a C.
And some of
that's
it's
not
true. Well, some of it's true.
Some of it is.
Because I can be a bitch. But I don't. That's complicated.
No, it's true. If you like, we can all be bitches and cunts and all of that. But if you own it, that's cool. But then, in my day-to-day life, I don't actually like talking to people very much at all, and I hate being pulled up and spoken to because I find it awkward. I can't do small talk at all, which is really, really weird.
I have just learnt something about my second best friend.
Yeah.
I just assumed, because when I was thinking about talking about this subject, I was going to introduce her as being the extrovert in our relationship, friendship, and me being the introvert. So I actually have...
I think we're very similar in that, and that's probably why
we hate each other so much.
Well, it's true, because, but it's, I'm really quite... I do not like talking to people when I'm a boy. When I'm like, it's all craziness and shit's gone loose everywhere. And
so when you are in a specific role in in a specific environment, that's when you function at quite a
Yep.
high level.
It's,
And when you're out of that, you often feel like, you know,
I like my time on my own.
yeah,
I really do. So I'm a bit odd. And so as a boy, my job is working in promotions and working with people.
Mhm.
So it's very interesting that
well, it's draining.
it's
exhausting.
So when I'm out there and I feel like I'm at work, and then when I'm doing my thing, and then when I'm so being out there and making conversation feels like work to me. But that's
Anita, you're a great example. You fooled me.
Right. Once I know somebody, I'm fucking crazy.
Yeah,
But actually meeting somebody, I'm so nervous. You should have seen me trying to date. Thank God I'm, married now. But because no,
Wow.
I'm as
Okay.
awkward as hell.
Well, to see her in action, you'd never. She's a goer. She's a
Well,
go-getter.
Find me on OnlyFans
She
if
can
you
work
want
a
to see me in
crowd.
action.
She can work a crowd like I've not seen any drag queen.
Yeah, but that's work.
I sit at the bar.
Yeah.
I'm a bar queen. I don't move.
I
because
sit
can't
on
move,
the bar.
and I don't like to circulate because I've got nothing to say to anybody. I mean, really, no. That came
Well,
across
see,
the
it's funny because I
But watching you, you're
When I-
very yeah. Okay.
when I'm in drag, I love it, and that's what I
Okay.
do. And I'm the best hostess you will ever find. Absolutely.
So I've got a big question here, and I think I hope a lot of people that are watching this will get something out of it. A lot of people assume when you're in drag, you're a different person.
Mhm.
You take on a different character, a different personality.
Well,
All of that. There's a whole
Mhm.
range of psychological
Yep.
things there. So I actually don't think I do. You've said I do. Other people say do. But do you feel you are different?
absolutely. I talk about Anita in the third person all the time. She's a completely different person to me as a boy. Absolutely.
In what way, do
Josh and Anita are two separate entities. Like,
into that?
I live as a boy and I do what I do as a boy, but when I'm in drag, then I'm a completely different character, and it's something I've created, and it's taken me a long time to get used to the fact that it was hard. I dealt with the fact that Anita was more popular than Josh most of my life, but now I'm getting a little bit older, and it's taken me some time, but it's still the point. Everyone wants to know who this big old drag queen is. And it's taken me a long time to finally realise that I'm just as worthy as a boy than I am as a girl. So it's interesting. And I found it really quite confronting at the start because nobody wanted to know who I was when I was out of all of this. And now they sort of do. So
Can I ask then, as you age and you understand where... Well, I did say that in our first ever videos that there was a real us. Anyway, can I ask, as you age, are you aligning both of those characters, the real you and the drag you? Are they sort of merging, or
I'm working out how to
separate?
No, to join.
Yeah.
To join.
Yeah.
So before there was a certain disconnect, and I don't know if...
Well, you started drag very young.
I did. I started
Very
when
young.
I was 16, and I also did drag 6 nights a week. Like, I worked full time as a showgirl, and there was a point where I used to shave my eyebrows off, and I used to shave. Like, I had no. Well, I'm Dutch, so I've got no body hair. I'm sort of lucky in that way, but there was a point where I had to draw a line, and so I said, I will not change my male self for my female self. Yes, I wear hip pads. Yes, I wear a corset, but I'll never shave my eyebrows off again. And I have learnt that you need to have that relationship between a male and a female, and make it work together. And it's taken me a long time. It's taken me years to, there was a point where, I thought I needed to go on hormones. I don't need to go on hormones. I love myself as a boy. Love it. So
you know what, you've just touched on a really poignant question that a lot of us, well, I've had this question. I assume you've
Yep.
had it, so I'm just going to make
Everyone asks, "Oh, you're a drag queen. Are you going to become a woman?"
And for a lot of us, some of us do. It's a segue into that. And I'm reluctant to say for most of us because
I find it's.
I guess we can only talk about us
and
and try to therefore give it to whoever's
it needs
watching.
to be empowered because it was back when I started. That was when you were transitioning. It was awful because that was almost the only employment you could get. So I'm glad we're in a place now where you don't have to be a showgirl to be your authentic self. Like,
Why would you say that? Is what has changed?
I think the
since-
world's changing, and
Yeah.
I think it's changing for the good in a lot of ways, because we're moving forward. We're realizing that you can be whatever you want to be. Like, I'm a big old fat boy in a dress, and I love it. But then, if you want to be an executive, or if you want to be, and the fact that you're trans shouldn't change that. It shouldn't.
Or drag.
No,
Trans
not
or
at
drag.
all. Not at all.
Yeah.
So you need to just. I think those boundaries have slowly been taken down, and it is good. So
Undoubtedly, it's a good thing. Humanity, for better or worse, from their point of view, had been dragged along, kicking and screaming because of people. Well, I'm not the bravest person.
people,
I'm-
well, you are
yeah.
too. You're like four
Well,
people.
yeah,
It's like
I'm
eight
not-
in this
I'm
head.
not bra- but there are a lot of people who've gone before us, very brave, and we do acknowledge those people. Without,
Well, none of us would be here without those people.
yeah,
None
they're
of them.
incredibly brave, and they've paved the way for people like us, who love being a male in everyday life, but also love to be able to push our creativity to what has now become known, considered, accepted as an art form.
Mm-hmm.
And for me personally,
I mean, we're
I think
artists.
for
We're not
Anita,
ladies.
it's the perfect expression. We're just both watching a sexy man go past.
I love
So what I personally have done probably most creative things in my life professionally. Actually, photography, writing, design. All those things. And I'm qualified in all those things too. University qualified. The thing that pushes me to my absolute breaking point is drag, the art of drag, and it is such a celebration for the others to see that, and but we constantly have to.
It's a passion.
It is a passion.
It's in our blood. It really is. Like, once
and all of you
it's
will
there.
know this. All of you will know that you constantly have to bring all of those people along with you.
Mhm.
You know,
You need a good support
a
network.
good artist, as in visual artist, painting, or
Anybody.
yeah,
You
they
need
kind
support.
of it's kind of there. That art form has been established, obviously, throughout ever since I was born a million years ago. Drag, although
But
it's
they're
been
drag.
there, it's been there
Imagine
since
dinosaur drag.
it's been there since Shakespearean
It's
times.
Tyrannosaurus Rex.
But we are finally coming into our own art form. And I would argue that what we do as drag queens, I would argue that it takes a hell of a lot more than any single
It's
artist
hard. It's not easy.
producing artwork. We have to, I'm preaching now.
Yep. Yeah.
But really, we need to study makeup. We need to study performing. We need to study illusion. Some would say-
Illusion, gender illusion.
Some would say delusion in my case.
Well.
But so jewelry, so many costume. This one,
It's-
brilliant. So many facets of our everyday life. Psychology, how we're going to perform, how we're going to interact with people, how we're going to portray ourselves,
and
our characters.
that having that you need to interact with people in a certain way is really quite hard. Like, people think that we just do it off the cuff, but
Yeah.
there's a lot of work that goes into even just having conversations with people.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And, and it doesn't mean we're fake. We actually want to talk to all of these people.
Yeah.
But
Good
for
point.
some of us, it's a lot of work. Like,
we go home and we're absolutely drained. But don't get us wrong. We're not sort of saying that, you know, woe is us and we're being. But
no,
we have
it's
this
fabulous.
thing in us, and we want to push every single facet.
We want to
of
touch our
ourselves.
affected.
I've said it before. I'm going to touch anyone. But we want to push.
I want to touch all of you.
We want to push every single part of ourselves into a new dimension, a new way of
We want to surprise people, and
I'm getting a little.
I think we want to
Doing it
inspire.
in there,
No, but
doll.
I think we need.
Yeah.
I think
we do want to go there. We do.
we want to inspire
do,
people.
yeah.
We want people to come on our journey with us.
Yeah.
This is what we're doing this for.
Wow.
This is our journey.
Which finally brings me to, and I'm sorry if it's taken 3 hours to get to this point, but the big thing for a video that I really, I might be a little, so the big theme I want to really talk about, and it could be probably the start, is the notion that drag queens are fierce and rah, and they're extroverts and
Here's a bit of a dinosaur.
they all want to slay on the
Rah.
runway.
Wow.
Well, I can be if I
Wow.
want to be and I'm pushed,
Wow.
but my natural state
Wow.
is more.
It's more of a pussy than a dinosaur.
Her natural state is more of the. But we've just spoken about being introverted. So, mine, the notion that all drag queens, that's not true. It's not true, people.
No. We're all just people. We're all just.
We're not all fierce, and we don't all want to slay each other on the runway.
We don't go to
We're not
Coles buying
nasty.
eggs going, Mama, God, how amazing, yes! No, I don't go and buy eggs and go like, yes, there's eggs! Like, yes, there's eggs.
We do all like to play with our hair, though. I like to play with mine.
Well,
Well, it's not my wig, it's my real hair.
that's not me, it's your natural hair.
When I'm in drag, it's my real hair, it's not a wig, but I just did say wig. I do apologise here.
Look at you playing with your wig.
I love, because hair's my thing. I love it to be right. She loves her costume to be right. I've often been scolded. I think my boob's showing tell. I've often been scolded by this one because I use Velcro. Velcro.
Velcro's awful.
Yeah.
Don't ever
So we've
use
all got a
Velcro.
thing, and we all love the thing. But
Anita hates Velcro.
the thing is, we've all got our thing, and the thing is to embrace. Try not to condemn.
I will
or
never
criticise.
embrace Velcro.
I love Velcro. It's my second best friend. Third best friend behind you, Tom.
Well, yeah, that's right. It's that one, then me, then Velcro.
Well, I did say I'm not much good at anything in particular, but
Velcro, she's good at.
my boobs keep falling down. But in saying that, that's another really big point that I want to highlight, is that you don't need to be good at any one thing. Some of us are.
You need to be good at
She's
everything.
good at. She's rather talented. I'll give her that.
This
At
whole thing.
costume, she's beautiful. I cannot praise
She
her.
keeps touching me.
Well,
Touching my luscious arms.
I'm slightly affected.
She's only human. We're all
Slightly
affected.
My
That's
hair's
why we're
getting
reaching
grief.
out to
My
our
hair's giving me
affected.
grief. But you don't need to be good at ballet. You don't need to be an expert at singing. You don't need to be an expert at any one thing. But if you bring it all together, if you keep working on different facets, she's having an animal moment.
It's like a vagina.
She's crawling down deep within her side herself.
No.
And she's having an animal
There's
moment.
been many that have crawled deep inside me, darling.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh. What kind of animals do you let into your person? I don't let a single one, apart from the old
Oh, really?
horse or
No, I'm not like Trump. I don't have a wall.
no.
We're all welcome.
But what I'm saying is that pick. I'm losing the track of my mind.
You've lost your mind.
I've worked really hard this afternoon.
Yep. It's time for a champagne.
Yeah, yeah. Cheerio!
Mwah! Cheers to our affected.
Oh, I'm exhausted. I'm
It's been a hard
exhausted.
day.
That's hard work. Now you've got to go to work and do work. And talk to people. Talk to people. She doesn't like talking to people. Talk to people.
Hi.
Which I think is a dirty big fat lie because she's so good at it. I do keep touching you, don't I? I keep touching because actually I could take a knife and skin this thing alive because I love this outfit. Oh!
I've actually got 2. I've told you that. I've got 4 of
Don't
them.
mention that on camera, Dale, because I'll steal a whole lot.
Yeah, I have 2. I've got a set of 4.
Fabulous, Dale. Fabulous.
Ugh.
That's hard, isn't it? It's really hard.
Yep. That was actually really good though.
Yeah. Holy crap. I'm loving this week. Now that false head is in. If we watch this back, how the hell are we going to edit it into 2 separate videos?
We'll be able to. Oh, so itchy.
Actually, I'll talk about your boobs like that. Oh, do we really have to undrape now?
Hi, Mum.
I feel like a little...
I know.
Yeah.
I know. But continue the party on.
Yeah. Good work, Dale. Good work. Bloody hell. Got very real though.
Yeah, it's fabulous stuff.
Yeah. That's good.
I can't believe you didn't know that I don't like talking to people.
No.
I hate it.
Because I've been thinking about this a lot. You know, I was going to introduce the topic in a video to come and say, well, she's an extrovert.
No, I'm not. I'm the most shy person you'll ever. Yeah, no, I hate it.
You know, I think I probably have noticed it. I have noticed it.
Yep.
But I've chosen to internally recognise it as...
That's why I feel like I get home from work sometimes. I feel like, oh my god, I've been so fake all day because I've just been like so nice to everybody. I'm like, I don't want to be nice to anybody.
Yeah. I'm glad you shared that. I really am. That's lovely.
Stay there. Don't move.
I don't want to take this beautiful wig off.
But you've got to, Blanche, because you're in that chair. Where's that beautiful boy gone?
Oh, Lavender, how I like you.
I like you. I don't love you, I just like you.
I never thought I'd wear it, but I kind of secretly kept walking past. Oh, I like you.
I tolerate you.
Ow! I'm peeling my ears off. Ow! Ow! Ow!
I know.
Ow! Ow!
You get my glowing shit to
Do
you.
you know, for the first time ever, so I've often scalded my skull,
Yep.
but I've never hot glued my hair together. Have you ever actually hot glued your hair?
I have.
I had to cut it all out.
I had a show where it was a masquerade party and we had to, and I forgot my mask, so I got lace and I hot glued it to my face.
Oh, Jesus.
Yep.
Agony. It was absolute. I loved it.
Actually, my favourite one. So Lexi, when she was on Australia's Got Talent, she did a show where she went down to literally just the tape that was bejeweled.
Oh, God.
And so on the day...
We're still recording, though. Are we or not? Oh, yes, we are.